Vanilla. It is one of the oldest and most recognized ice cream flavors in the world. It comes from the vanilla bean, a plant native to Mexico that was first cultivated by the Totonac people long before European contact. The flavor is warm, slightly floral, and smooth. Despite being called plain by some, real vanilla ice cream made with actual vanilla extract or vanilla bean seeds carries a depth that most other flavors cannot match. It remains the best-selling ice cream flavor globally, and it forms the base for countless desserts and combinations. Chocolate. Chocolate ice cream followed vanilla as one of the earliest flavors to be widely produced and sold. It is made by blending cocoa powder or melted chocolate into the cream base, giving it a rich, slightly bitter, and deeply satisfying taste. The darkness of the flavor can vary depending on whether milk chocolate or dark chocolate is used. Some versions are dense and fudgy, while others are lighter and more airy. It pairs well with almost every topping ever invented, from caramel to fresh berries. Strawberry. Strawberry ice cream is made from real or flavored strawberries blended into a sweet cream base. It has a bright, fruity character that feels lighter than chocolate or vanilla. The color ranges from pale pink to a deeper red depending on how much fruit is used. When made with fresh strawberries, small chunks of fruit are often folded into the mixture, giving each bite a slightly different texture. It became a classic choice early in ice cream history and remains one of the 3 flavors always found in the traditional Neapolitan block. Cookies and cream. Cookies and cream became popular in the late 20th century and quickly became a staple in ice cream shops worldwide. It is made by crushing chocolate sandwich cookies, most commonly the Oreo, and folding the pieces into a vanilla cream base. The contrast between the cold, smooth cream and the slightly firm cookie pieces gives it a texture that most other flavors lack. The cream filling from the cookies also melts into the ice cream, adding small pockets of extra sweetness throughout. Mint chocolate chip. Mint chocolate chip combines a cool, refreshing mint flavor with small pieces of dark or semi-sweet chocolate scattered through the base. The mint can come from natural peppermint extract or spearmint, each giving a slightly different character. The ice cream is often colored light green, though this is purely visual and does not affect the flavor. The chocolate chips add a gentle crunch and a contrasting bitterness that balances the sweetness of the mint. It is particularly popular in Western countries and has a loyal following that rarely switches to other flavors. Rocky Road. Rocky Road was created in the United States during the 1920s, reportedly around the time of the Great Depression, as a way to give people something to smile about. It combines chocolate ice cream with marshmallows and roasted almonds or walnuts mixed throughout. The name itself refers to the uneven, bumpy texture the mix-ins create. Each spoonful contains something different: creamy chocolate, soft marshmallow, and a firm, nutty crunch. It is considered one of the original mix-in flavors and paved the way for the more complex combination flavors that followed. Butter pecan. Butter pecan is a flavor deeply rooted in American Southern cooking traditions. It is made with a buttery, slightly caramel-toned vanilla base and loaded with roasted pecan pieces. The pecans are usually toasted in butter before being added, which gives them a rich, nutty flavor that stands out clearly against the cream. The overall taste is warm, slightly salty, and satisfying in a way that feels more mature than most other flavors. It is especially popular among older generations and is often described as a comfort flavor. Pistachio. Pistachio ice cream originates from the Middle East and Mediterranean regions, where pistachios have been used in sweets and desserts for centuries. The flavor is mild, slightly nutty, and subtly sweet, with a faint, earthy quality that is hard to describe but easy to recognize. It is naturally pale green in color, though commercial versions are often made greener through food coloring. Crushed or whole pistachio pieces are frequently added to the base for texture. In countries like Iran and Italy, pistachio ice cream is considered a premium flavor and is made with high-quality nuts. Mango. Mango ice cream is widely popular across South Asia, Southeast Asia, and Latin America, reflecting regions where the fruit itself is central to everyday eating. It is made by blending ripe mango pulp into a cream or sorbet base, giving it an intensely tropical, sweet, and slightly tangy flavor. The best versions are made with Alfonso or Ataulfo mangoes, which are known for their richness and low fiber content. In many Asian countries, mango ice cream is served alongside sticky rice or eaten on its own as a simple street food dessert.
Green tea. Green tea ice cream, or matcha ice cream, comes from Japan and has become globally recognized over the past 2 decades. It is made using matcha powder, which is finely ground green tea leaves with a strong, slightly bitter, and grassy flavor. The color is a natural, deep green. The bitterness of the matcha balances the sweetness of the cream in a way that prevents the flavor from feeling heavy or overly rich. It is a staple in Japanese dessert culture and is often served at the end of meals in Japanese restaurants worldwide. Salted caramel. Salted caramel ice cream became a mainstream phenomenon in the early 2000s, though the combination of salt and caramel in confectionery had existed long before that. The base is made with caramel, which is sugar cooked until it browns and develops a complex, slightly smoky sweetness. Sea salt is then added in small amounts, creating a contrast that makes each bite more interesting than plain caramel alone. The salt activates taste receptors in a way that amplifies sweetness and depth simultaneously. It quickly moved from specialty shops to mass production and is now found in nearly every major ice cream brand. Neapolitan. Neapolitan ice cream is not a single flavor but a format that combines vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry side by side in one container. It originated in Italy and became popular in the United States in the late 1800s as a way to offer multiple flavors in a single serving. The 3 flavors are kept separate so each one retains its individual character. It became especially popular in family settings where different people had different preferences. Eating all 3 together in one spoonful creates a completely different taste from any of the 3 on their own. Gelato. Gelato is the Italian version of ice cream and is technically its own category. It is made with a higher proportion of milk than cream, and it contains less air than standard ice cream, making it denser and more intensely flavored. It is also churned more slowly and served at a slightly warmer temperature, which gives it a softer, silkier texture. Gelato flavors range from classic options like hazelnut and pistachio to more unusual combinations like ricotta and fig or basil and lemon. In Italy, gelato shops called gelaterias are considered a serious part of food culture. Soft serve. Soft serve is a style of ice cream that is dispensed directly from a machine at a temperature slightly warmer than traditional scooped ice cream. It was developed in the mid-20th century and became strongly associated with fast food chains and amusement parks. The texture is lighter and airier than regular ice cream because more air is introduced during the freezing process. It is most commonly found in vanilla or chocolate, or a swirl of both together. Soft serve is often topped with sprinkles, dipped in chocolate coating, or served in a cone that is itself part of the experience. Ube. Ube ice cream comes from the Philippines and is made from the ube, a type of purple yam native to the region. The color is a vivid violet purple that is entirely natural and immediately eye-catching. The flavor is sweet, slightly nutty, and carries a subtle vanilla-like quality with an earthy undertone. Ube has been used in Filipino desserts for generations, but the flavor gained international attention in the 2010s as Filipino food culture spread globally. It is now found in ice cream shops and supermarkets across the United States, Australia, and parts of Europe. Kulfi. Kulfi is a traditional frozen dairy dessert from the Indian subcontinent that predates modern ice cream by several centuries and is considered one of the oldest frozen desserts still widely consumed today. Unlike Western ice cream, kulfi is not churned during freezing, which means no air is incorporated into the mixture, resulting in a product that is significantly denser, creamier, and more intensely flavored than regular ice cream. It is made by slowly simmering full-fat milk for hours until it reduces to roughly a third of its original volume, concentrating the sugars and proteins and developing a deep, caramelized milky flavor before flavorings such as cardamom, saffron, pistachio, or rose water are added. The mixture is then poured into traditional conical metal molds and frozen solid. Kulfi is typically served on a stick or sliced into discs, and its dense texture means it melts far more slowly than regular ice cream, which makes it practical to eat in the warm climates where it has been a beloved street food for generations.